power of entrepreneurs is in the power of ideas. It is the ability to solve a problem and then scale it so that you can benefit the largest number of people.
Nobody has ever achieved anything big in business or in any walk of life without courage. Of course, whenever you do anything big, you do feel a little scared. But you've got to conquer fear to discover the hidden hero within you. With courage, with self-belief, and the can-do spirit, you overcome any adversity. That achieving your potential is the quest of the ordinary. Conquering the impossible is your destiny. The second lesson I have learned is feel empathy. Empathy means caring and sharing with every human being in our organization and the world at large. The more we care, the higher we grow as human beings. I understand empathy as dil ki daulat. It is the wealth of your heart. The more you spend it on others, the more wealthy you become. The third lesson I have learned is to have absolute faith in technology and talent. In every business we have started, we have always embraced the latest technology and have attracted the best talent. When top technology and talent work together, they produce unbeatable creativity, innovation, and invention. Like my father, I value trust, loyalty, and a direct heart-to-heart relationship.
And young entrepreneurs, right? For all of us, and as I would have finished now 40 years in business, it was 40 years ago that I joined my father when Reliance was around $1 million in size. And since then, we know what it means, and we have been a perpetual startup. So in that sense, encouraging young entrepreneurs, making sure, like we have been there before, and I can always realize what every entrepreneur goes through. And it has always been my dream that this country, right, should not produce only tens of Dhirubhais, but we should have hundreds of thousands of Dhirubhais so that this country can progress. And that was really my motivation. What we can learn from others and what we can learn from ourselves. So if you really think about China, China is at 10 trillion today. And my father used to say, it's the change in mindset that is critical. That's the first thing. And I think that this new generation, right, has a completely different mindset. Right? I feel younger when I'm with the 30-year-olds who teach me technology in geo than the conventional old guys. And that is why we will succeed. It's really because of the enthusiasm of our 30-year-olds. We have to understand that we are entering an era where we are now in what I call an exponential era. And we've all grown up in a linear era. And the difference between linear and exponential is, in linear, if you travel 10 steps, right, you will go 1 to 3 up to 10. In exponential, those 10 steps is you go from 1 to 2 to 4 to 8. And by the time you reach 10 steps, you're already billion times ahead. That is why we are accelerating much faster. And it's a good time for India to embrace these technologies and to really empower and realize the full potential of our youth. And that is what is different now. So I really see a new mindset. I see the power of youth. And I also see a lot of unsolved problems. And what entrepreneurship does, And my definition of an entrepreneur is that he finds a big problem and solves it. Right? And I think that from that point of view, a lot of my Western friends have always said that, oh, India is a country of a billion problems. And I've always told them we are not a country of a billion problems. We are a country of a billion opportunities. And these opportunities now can be seen. And that is the reason for my optimism. That is what is different. And that is why in this time of accelerating change, right, we will reach our 10 trillion mark, right? Let's not forget that in 1991, we were 350 billion. Today, we are nearing 3 trillion. And we were having this conversation in 1991, like from 350 to 3 trillion in 2 decades would have been a long shot, but we have done it. Power of entrepreneurs is in the power of ideas. It is the ability to solve a problem and then scale it so that you can benefit the largest number of people. Within that, I have faith in, again, our young people. And I can only answer this, right, by what we have achieved in Jio. So if you think about Jio, and data in the world costs about $8 to $10 a GB. Right? And when we set out to build a only data network, as we were all convinced that data is the foundation of this new world. And if India doesn't build the next generation data infrastructure, we will be left behind by decades. And we then looked at affordability. And we said we want quality and affordability, and challenged our young people to say that can we actually build something that every Indian, the last Indian, can afford. Right? And today, we have the highest quality data at a price which is, as against $10, $0.50 a GB. And this is done by Indians in India, and we have 25,000 Indian engineers who have done this. Right? This innovation and this connectivity platform, a few years as it matures, is ready to go to the world. So, in a sense, within the power of ideas, it is really the power of ideas. In today's time, it will be ideas and innovation that will lead the world and not capital. Capital will be abundant, right? All our young people today are able to raise the money. You are seeing young people, and every day in the newspapers I read $100 million raised here and $500 million raised there. So I think that we should really believe in the power of ideas. We should believe in our young people, give them the opportunity, and they will not need any protection. I can assure you they will, in fact, not only win the hearts of all Indians, but they have the potential to win the world for us. The biggest challenge is mindset. And, you know, I continuously say this, ki soch badlo, to kismat badlegi, right? We have to bring positivity, optimism, a belief in ourselves, and failure is acceptable. All of us who don't succeed on our first attempt. I can tell you, I myself, right, have failed, like for every 10 things that I have done, I have failed 6 or 7 times. I have succeeded hugely in 3 times because I have been very lucky. But I think that if we bring overall positivity and optimism in our approach, right, it will take us a long way in terms of meeting the potential of what of what we can do to really realize our true potential as a country. What this new era and all these new technologies give us is a very important thing that at least I have grown up in an era of scarcity. Right? So all of us have been brought up whereby we've been told that everything is scarce, you must optimize your resources. I think what technology today is moving us is to a path of abundance. So if we get to a path of abundance, right? I have no doubt that the age of oil will be over in the next few decades, and we will have renewable and solar really providing most of our energy. And if we then think in terms of abundant energy, and with that we can create abundance like never before in human history. And if we adapt to this new age, right, not only can we show a new developmental model to the world, not only can we make sure that we have a more equal and a model that is led by all our 1.3 billion people, where all our 1.3 billion people unite with a single-minded purpose to not only make India better, but to show the world that the India developmental model is the right model which the world can follow. And that is the opportunity that we have before us. And that is what are my hopes and expectations out of this 30-year-old generations, like the 30-year-olds today, and I have full confidence that they can deliver. And over the next 2 decades, they will build a very different India that you and I have never imagined. India first really means that, and at a personal level, if I can use all my good fortune, my good luck, all the resources, right, to make sure that our country is amongst the top in the world, to make sure that the world respects us, not only as an economic superpower, but a spiritual superpower, a superpower that can show the rest of the 6 billion people how to live life and set an example for that, right? That is what India first means for me. And that is what at least all of us at Reliance strive to achieve on a day-to-day basis. We are single-mindedly focused on doing our bit in our own very, very small way for India to make sure that India realizes her true potential and finds her true place in the world, which will happen in the coming decades.